Justin, I got a real problem here, buddy.
Yeah, I can see that. What happened to your face?
Well, I was trying to shave my face with one of those stupid disposable razors. I was so frustrated halfway through I just gave up. Now I look like this.
You do know that Henson Shaving is one of our sponsors.
Henson Shaving? Wait, isn't that the family-owned aero parts manufacturer that made parts for the International Space Station and the Mars rover?
Sure is. And now they bring precision engineering to your shaving experience.
It's like finding money.
And it's more than just precise. It's sustainable.
The Henson AL13 is plastic-free and uses standard double-edged blades that are plastic-free and able to be recycled. And unlike expensive clippers or pricey subscription models, once you get a Henson razor, you're really only spending like $5 a year on blades.
Sounds like the crisis is under control.
Oh no, I've got way more stuff to talk to you about. Get a razor to last a lifetime with Henson Shaving. Click the link in the description or go to hensonshaving.com/manshorts and you'll get 2 years worth of blades free with your razor. Just make sure to add them to the cart. That's hensonshaving.com/manshorts or use the promo code manshorts at checkout for 100 free blades with your purchase.
Man shorts.
Are we ready?
It's called D20 Debates, right?
That's the one.
Okay, I was going to be like, I feel like I should be like, hey, welcome to D20 Debates at least once. But I didn't, then I
You just did.
Sure. But then I wasn't sure if that was the real title of the show.
Welcome back to D20
Hi.
Debates. My name is Charles. You may recognize me as the DM from the Man Shorts videos.
My name is Jay. I'm the wrestling guy from the D&D videos.
And we're doing a show called D20 Debates where we debate things that are D&D, TTRPG, nerd related. The last episode we did Barbarian versus Bard.
And you will have already found out who won that debate at the start of this video.
Yep, that's right. In fact, we're going to put the results right here, right now, where you can see who won. And we don't know who won, so that'll be fun. But
I bet I won.
I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure Bards, but y'all have better showed up for Bards.
It was Shakespeare versus Bobby Lashley.
On today's episode, we're going to be doing melee versus ranged.
I'm taking ranged.
I'm taking melee. Remember, please, to like, comment, share, notifications, subscribe as we decide who the winners are. We're going to
have a little tally board up here that's going to be very J heavy.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. I don't know. I think I might end up being the people's champ in this relationship.
I would love if in the current climate of that nickname, you were treated like the people's champ was treated by the people right now. Hashtag we want Cody.
Make your voices heard in the comments. Vote in the comments. And also,
give us ideas in the comments.
Yeah.
Like if you have ideas for debates that you think would be fun to hear about, we're going to need some ideas by the time we hit like episode 30.
Oh yeah. You want to hear some stuff? Send us your stuff. I'm going to try to make it less robotic this time. As we dive into this age-old debate, I'm happy to champion melee. I think it's moments of close-quarter combat where heroes are born and legends are formed. The razzle-dazzle of ranged attacks might satisfy some, but nothing quite gets it done like an axe to the face. At the heart of melee combat lies a primal intensity, a visceral dance of steel and flesh that demands courage, will, and unwavering resolve. Beyond the adrenaline-fueled chaos, a test of one's character, a measure of one's mettle. Warriors with melee weapons are forced to meet their adversaries head-on. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Only one gets out alive. What follows is a symphony of skill and strategy, a delicate balance between offense and defense, between feint and parry. In the debate that lies ahead, let us not be swayed by the allure of arcane arrows and ancient cantrips, but instead let's embrace the lion's roar of melee combat, the clash of steel. Some might consider attacking from range to be cowardly. Whether it is or not doesn't change the fact that it's a bit of a timid tactic. At a minimum, it's a display of fear. Ranged attacks also little in terms of versatility. Shoot the arrow, cast the spell. Meanwhile, standing directly in front of your enemy gives you the opportunity to trip, grapple, sunder. Let's be honest, a bard's not going to build a ballad around an arcane sniper who sat patiently on a hillside and waited for his moment to strike. The song would rather center around the exploits of a bulking barbarian who split a dragon's head in twain with his mighty greatsword. That's the song people want to hear. Melee is infinitely superior to range. It's also the best iteration of Super Smash Bros.
I mean, the end of that wins the debate. Like, this is the Super Smash Brothers thing.
Oh, yeah.
Plows that out. Chaz, I have a question for you, and I know you can't respond right now, so I will answer it for you after I ask it. Through the course of history, All of the great wars, they were fought with battle axes, swords, all of these strong melee weapons. And then one invention happened that has changed the face of combat, modern combat, the way we know it. A gun. One ranged weapon that changed the entire course of human history in terms of how we look at combat. When people go to boot camp nowadays, they're not learning how to use their broadswords, their shields. They don't look like my Dark Souls character looks. First thing they're taught, probably. I don't know anything about boot camp. But I know they get taught how to use guns real quick. Apart from that, bards have written great tales about many ranged combatants, but I will bring you to the American classic and terrible representation of what a human baby looks like, American Sniper, Chaz. That one just popped into my head because you wrote it, or Bard wrote it about a ranged combatant, and I got my guns argument out of the way, and that was my whole opening argument.
That was actually really strong because I totally forgot about guns.
Yeah, no,
Okay, so we're not just going to focus solely on the gun, right? Because obviously you've got, there's not any guns in D&D.
There aren't any guns in D&D, that's very true. But I will direct your attention, sir, to a very D&D adjacent, wildly popular game called Skyrim. When you play Skyrim, everybody goes into Skyrim with a plan. I'm going to be an amazing mage. I'm going to be a big barbarian who hits people with an axe. And what does everyone turn into, Chaz? You're allowed to answer this time.
Stealth sniping.
Stealth sniping archer, isn't it? People
Okay.
make that build on accident because they're playing the game the most efficient way.
Okay, but let's go back to your argument about the barbarian and its simplicity in terms of melee combat. If you're somebody that's playing...
I don't know the guy who argued about barbarians. He was wearing a different shirt than I am.
Okay, well, there was this guy and he was talking about barbarians. Totally lost what I was thinking about.
The simplicity is what I know you were going for.
Yeah, the simplicity of being able to just plug in. Like if you're somebody that's new to an RPG... you might, ranged is a lot easier to mess up than melee. Why wouldn't I want to just be a melee guy? I mean, most every character I've ever played in D&D has been just like run up and attack with the axe. Why wouldn't you want that? Why wouldn't you be able to do that? There's also so much more you can do. I can push you down. I can put you in a grapple hold. From range, I can only attack.
You can only attack unless you have those things you told me not to bring up at the start. Some fancy trick arrows. Or vials of potion, or all the things that you could throw at people. You can throw poison at people. You can throw sleep powder at people. You can hit people with magic arrows. I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring lately. Man, I've been using magic arrows like a mother. That very handsome gentleman who was debating about barbarians last week, who I don't know him, but I've heard he's very good at his job. He was arguing against bards, not just ranged. Ranged is much easier to do. We already talked about the Skyrim. You accidentally become a stealth archer. Rogue is pretty accepted to be a beginner class right next to fighter when it comes to D&D. And it comes down to how brave you are.
Right.
I'm not going into this debate looking for recognition. If I'm playing as a ranged character, I don't care if you think I look cool with an axe. I killed the 4 guys who were trying to kill you while you were fighting the one over here. So I'm not worried about looking cool. But in terms of efficiency, they can attack without having any immediate threat of reprisal unless their opponent is also ranged.
That's true. I mean, if you've got somebody with hellish rebuke, then it doesn't matter how far away you are when you attack me.
That's fair. But they also have much greater mobility. If I see someone who's melee focused coming at me, I'm going to assume that's a big chunky boy covered in armor. If I'm playing as any kind of an archer, rogue, ranger, I'm wearing light equipment. I have the ability to get away quicker. And if we're going to focus right on D&D, I definitely have higher move speed than you do.
Maybe. I mean, unless I'm...
Level 1, no.
Well, unless I'm some sort of a wood elf. If I'm a wood elf rogue that has like levels in like Shadow Dancer or whatever that class is from 3.5. Somebody look up what that class is from 3.5. You can jump through shadows, then it doesn't matter. Then I'm right up on you. Also, if I build think of Verena. Verena was mostly a rogue. She was I think she was 3 rogue, 2 barbarian to start. So she was right up on you with doing rogue stuff melee.
And
So that
give
can
you
definitely be done.
I was focused mainly on the fighter and the barbarian. Bringing up the fact that other classes do use lots of melee is a good point.
Yeah, and also how fun is it to just swing a giant hammer? You know more than anybody how fun it is to do that with characters like Bork. I mean, just stepping in and being able to, just smash. Or even with a cool, you've got like 2 swords. I don't know. I think there's just cooler stuff that you can do with melee. You get right up into the fray. You can tank. You can do all of the cool things that other guy said about the barbarian.
That's very true. And I know we're getting near time, so I will have my final point before we get to our final arguments be the word Legolas.
Oh, man.
The role of a ranged combatant on a balanced D&D team is to keep everyone else safe. He's not healing them. He's not supporting them with buffs. He's just making sure that the enemies that the people down there, the ranged guys, have eyes on, aren't going to make it to him while they're taking care of what they're taking care of. It's an unsung, often overlooked class in D&D, mainly from your opening argument. Oh, I don't want to be the wimpy archer. Oh, I don't want to be the one who cowers away from the combat. But I bet if you look at actual numbers, in things that I've brought up already, Skyrim, the fact that guns basically nullified melee weapons in real modern conflict. I would say in D&D, I have a feeling that the arrows and the slings do just as much damage as the axes do. Overall, in the grand scheme of things. Also, if Legolas had a gun, that movie would have been 20 minutes long. I said I wasn't going to say that, but that's my ending argument.
I urge you to consider the timeless virtues and enduring legacy of melee combat. Ranged fighters may boast precision and distance, but the melee warrior embodies the true essence of heroism, valor, and sacrifice. When blades clash and warriors stand shoulder to shoulder against the tide of darkness, there's no room for cowardice or hesitation. But beyond the thrill of battle lies a deeper significance to melee combat. It's a symbol of unity, camaraderie, and unwavering resolve. In the face of overwhelming odds, melee fighters stand as beacons of hope, rallying allies to their cause and inspiring fear in the hearts of their enemies. Furthermore, melee combat transcends the mere mechanics of warfare. It's a celebration of virtues that define the very essence of bravery. Whether defending the innocent, avenging the fallen, or confronting the forces of darkness, melee warriors stand as paragons of courage, shining examples of the indomitable human spirit. All right, well, that's the debate.
We're done.
We're done with ranged versus melee. We would like to hear what your thoughts are.
I think we nailed it.
You're going to be the ones that decide, obviously, who the winner of this thing is. So you're going to vote with your voice, with your comment.
And then next week, we'll make sure that I'm up 2-0 in this series so far.
I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, it's going to be 1-1 at best, man. So we're going to try and put this in a situation where we keep track of all of the wins and losses. Maybe we have a belt in the future.
Yeah, down the line, we're going to find something to carry around and mock the other one with. Be it a belt or a cup or something like that. For sure.
Also, please, a reminder to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, share this with anybody, let them know. Man Shorts has got a new show in town.
Tell people at work, even if they don't care about D&D, hey, there's this new D&D debate show you should watch. They probably won't think you're weird.
Yes. So please cast your votes, let us know who won, and then give us recommendations for debates you'd like to see in the future.
Give us ideas, because I like arguing with Chaz, so give us more reasons to argue with each other.
Yeah, please do.